Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And the shot! Goal! Japan! An extraordinary start! Breakthrough in next to no time!
The perfect show of intent, great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That's a little off target. That's good running with the ball. Shot could be on, and he's lost it, and he shoots! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Minamino certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here. It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Chance! And that has been clubbed away. Tielemans. Searching pass he's played there. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Batshuayi. For Salamakers. Passing is crisp and sharp. Header! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Quarter of an hour played. Looking here to chip it through. Oh, well played. And here's Batshuayi. Knocks it into space. He's keen, determined to have his say.
Belgium really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Kubo. Kubo has a look inside the box. Oh, he's got a side of... There's the shot! He scored! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Japan are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance. Can he finish? Just cruising! They are cruising! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
He's having a go! Always going over the top.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And it's Kubo. Belgium are 3 down and sinking. Closing in on... Oh, shooting chance! It's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender.
And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And as you can see, we've already started here. And they've got a throw. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking at?
And a chance!
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That's a sharp pass. Onana. Tielemans. And Teat. Fas. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. And he's lost his man here. Decent chance! Goal! Japan! And Japan are in front. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Belgium really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Belgium are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And he was quick to react. Now it's Kubo. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Fofana. And it's Tielemans. De Bruyne, Tielemans. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He has found a way through. Oh, sweet feet. Shapes to shoot!
That's just playing it safe and simple. Belgium really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
That's a delicate pass. Lovely, now then. And the shot! And he gets rid in a hurry. And here's the chance to counter. Belgium are one down despite having a better chances here. Now it's Minamino. He's through, now is he in? Oh, good claim by the keeper. He's certainly earned his keep there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Belgium finding their passes. Well, that is one way to stop him. And it's Tielemans. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Now this could be a chance. Salmakas. And he's had it nicked away.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And it's Fofana. Aimed beyond the defence. There's the delivery. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Onana. That's very neat. Endo did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Great chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Belgium certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And it's Fofana. Onana, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Lavia. Teat. Belgium looking to pass their way through. Fas calmly anticipates. And no, that was never going to make it. Fofana. Tielemans. Passing is crisp and sharp. Fofana receives it in a good position here. Fofana's cross. Tomiyasu with the clearance. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And a quick reminder today that parking in the area around the stadium is strictly forbidden. Please use parking provided by the
So off we go once more.
Facilities in the area.
Belgium can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Fofana does really well to win the ball there. Lukaku. Belgium different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall...
Oh, he goes for a shot! He scores! Belgium are back in business. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And here's Openda. Salamakers could try cutting in. He rises! It's fallen kindly here. Goal, Belgium! And the comeback is complete. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is wonderful front-footed football.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he is going into that little black book. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. Too close for comfort. Fofana. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Turns back here, probably the best option. Belgium do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Out of play for a goal kick. Fofana. And it's Amadou Onana. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Fofana. It's a good run down the left-hand side. And he's on a charge. He's picked his way through. Belgium needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Salamakers. Tomiyasu. Ball looks a good one. He's found some space. He's had a shot! He's scored! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Substitution for Belgium. Number 6.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. This is quite a battle.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Here's Openda. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Great vision. Good ball, good take. He's away. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Shot a goal! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal. The taker has to look for options, because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Japan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Japan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now he's got space here. And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
He's trying his best to keep it in play here. It's a throw-in. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now here's the delivery. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Teat. Good running, strong and purposeful.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
This is it then, now or never. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Takes a shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
De Kalpa.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And that will be it. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.